Hello guys and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and so in this video I wanted to go over my expectations and hopes for 2023. I know I usually do that a little bit earlier, I just haven't had time, but better late than never. So let's get started. I got a list of a couple of things that I hope or believe will happen in 2023. I try to keep them as reasonable as possible, so there's not going to be, I'll try at least not to make any crazy statements out there. First one, I believe that we are going to have more ships delivered by Cloud Imperial Games, as well as new concept sales. That's quite an obvious one. It's happening every year. And I think that this year we are going to see some of the concept that they did talk about previously. For example, we were mentioned about the PTV variants from Grey Cat Industrials, but I would also like to see other types of ships. We don't have a Crusader starter ship, for example. Usually Cloud Imperial Games like to sell a starter ship each year. It's a great way also to promote Star Citizen for new players who may not necessarily want to be buying an expensive, $100 or more ship. So it's been working pretty well with the cutter, and I don't see why they wouldn't do that with another manufacturer. And since Crusader Industries does not have a starter ship, it would be a great manufacturer for that. We also always have a large ship in concept sale, which is, I think, a problem also because these large ships almost rarely get delivered, right? We saw what happened with the Banu Merchantman, but I don't see why we wouldn't see one of these big ships right there. So maybe another new capital ship that will be sold this year, perhaps at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. There might be possibilities of other ships here being delivered. The SRV, we know that it's almost ready, so I can imagine it may come for 3.19. The X1 from Origin, we know that they've been working on the RSI links as well as the Hull C for a very long time, but for that we need to have a fleshed out economy. Next, I think that in 2023, some of the 4.0 features that we saw in the last episode of CitizenCon are going to slip into the 3.x branch because 4.0 is not going to be released until, at the very least, the end of this year and perhaps even next year, right? But some of these features may be ready before. I'm thinking of, for example, of the Lorville Redux, which seemed quite advanced already during the last CitizenCon, but I wouldn't exclude also a first investigation mission that they've also been working on for quite some time for us to maybe test and give some feedback. Also, I think that, speaking of CitizenCon, I think that we're going to have a demo this year. Last year we did not have a demo. We had a lot of panels, which were awesome for sure, but we were missing that demo where Chris is showing some of the gameplay that's going to be coming soon, TM, in Star Citizen. The last gameplay demo that we had was in 2019, just before the pandemic. Obviously, in 2020 we didn't have a CitizenCon. 2021 was kind of scripted, not really a live demo, and we didn't have any in 2022, but I think it's going to be coming back in 2023 because I think that they're going to be celebrating the fact that it's going to be a physical CitizenCon, and people are going to be excited about that. I also think that we're going to have a teaser about what's going to come next at that demo, because we always do. And I think that it's going to be time to move on from Pyro eventually. We've seen Pyro time and time again. Pyro is probably going to be done by the time it's going to be released. What's going to come next? Well, we know that they've been working on Nyx as well, but we haven't seen much of Nyx ever since Delamar was removed from the PU. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get some kind of Nyx teaser at the end of the CitizenCon demo, just like we had a Pyro teaser at the end of the 2019 CitizenCon demo. Last but not least, I expect 2023 to have more cargo gameplay. The cargo refactor is one of the features of Star Citizen 3.18, but it's not really well fleshed out. Basically, it's just a physicalization of cargo, but we are waiting for more things like cargo timers. We are waiting for cargo elevators. We are waiting for persistent hangars as well, where we'll be able to store some of the goods that we would have previously purchased. All of that is not yet in the game, but is still expected expected and is still needed to make the cargo in Star Citizen something a bit more fleshed out and more interesting to play. Also, hopefully, but I don't think that's going to be happening in 2023, but perhaps we'll also see finally a little bit of Quanta here, and the economy being run by NPCs, at least the very start. But yeah, since we haven't heard from Tony Zonorek in a long time in regards to Quantum, I don't think that this is going to be happening. But hey, who knows? Maybe we'll have an announcement out of the blue, right? Anyway, that is all for this video here. These were my expectations for 2023. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what are your expectations for 2023? Well, don't forget to subscribe. And if you answer the question, you are in to win a Nova Tank. Also, feel free to join our Discord channel where we have a video sharing contest there and another giveaway where it's a vulture. Patreon and YouTube members have automatic access to. Guys, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's been the Eradicator. Shout out to Dr. Falbin, Wolfpack Pug, and Zero Crusher. I will see you guys later.